Namaskar, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to talk to you regarding the directive received from the government about opening of the school for the students of class 10th and 12th and conducting their offline classes. The school has planned to open as per the directive for our students of class 10 and 12 with effect from tomorrow, that is 8th of January. I will like to share with you our preparations, our plan, academic plan and infrastructural plan, so that you can make up your mind and you can take a decision as to whether you want to give consent for your children to go and attend the classes which are going to be very, very beneficial. On the same time, I would like to mention here that the online classes will also be going on simultaneously, because whatever is being done in the classroom for the students who have come for offline classes, the same will be relayed also through the link which was given, the way it was given earlier for remaining students, those who have not come, because we are not going to have the entire class coming at the same time. So this is how we have planned. I would like to share with you. We are planning to start the offline classes for the students of class 10 and 12 from tomorrow with the school timing of 10 to 3:30. Here we will be having half the students of each section coming to school. That means we have divided the entire class strength into two parts of 17 and 18 students each, two groups. Let's say group A and B. And if group A comes today, tomorrow group B comes. That means on alternate days, the students are going to come to the school, so that all the students are benefited. The students who are coming for the offline classes here, let's say group A is 17 students coming, then 18 students will be attending the same class online, so that they are also knowing that what is going in the class, and they will be benefited by the interaction of the teacher and the students. And next day, those students who are attending offline class, online class today will be coming for the offline classes, so that they also have a feel of getting opportunity, sufficient opportunity for interacting with the teachers, getting their doubts cleared, getting their academic gaps filled, and also getting motivated by the teachers. So this is one thing, that the students are going to come on alternate days, and the school timing is 10 to 3:30. Secondly, for all those students who are not coming on that day, the classes will be on, because they will be attending the same class through their devices from home. Now, what we are planning to do when we are having offline classes here, we have got a plan, and you also have to come accordingly prepared. Now, the teachers are going to have a plan of, let's say, every unit being given a slot of 3 to 4 hours time, and in the first hour they will be taking you through the content, that is recapitulation, you can say kind of crash course. Second slot will be given to the students for asking their doubts, getting their difficulties sorted out by the teacher and by the peer group students. And third unit, that third slot of the time will be utilized by the teacher to tell you about all the possible important questions which are likely to be asked or which have been asked in the previous years in the CBSE examination. And if the unit or chapter is too long, in that case the teacher will be taking 2 slots of this kind. That means 3 hours to 4 hours for every unit the teachers will be taking, and it's going to be really beneficial for you. So you must, I personally believe, you must take advantage of it. Now, followed by this, we are going to have the pre-board examinations done. Although there had been continuous, periodically, the assessment going on through the Google form, mostly through Google form or sometimes through oral testing of your knowledge, how much you know, the way teachers do it. But I personally feel that a great portion of your question paper in the CBSE board examination is going to be descriptive as well, where you have to work out the problems, where you have to write. You don't only have to pick up the right choices. In that case, you also need to have a practice. And dear parents, we need to understand the teachers are not very much aware of what are the strengths and weaknesses and the level of preparations that our students have. Similarly, students also do not have a clear idea as to where is the ground under their feet. So we need to have this kind of mock exercise, rehearsal exercise when they prepare the entire syllabus, right, for 3 hours examination as if they are writing for the board. That will help teachers to know how much more to do. That will help students to understand where all I have to make more of the preparations. Because on one thing, everyone agrees that we all, teachers community, parents and students, everyone is quite ambitious about producing good results. Then coming to the pre-board exams which we are scheduling. In fact, yesterday itself we have already shared with you the timetable for it, the date sheet for this. We are scheduling from 21st of January and ensuring that there is a very limited number of students sitting in a class. Our classrooms you have also seen, parents have seen, students of course you are sitting in the classes. You know that they are large enough and will be having maximum 12 students sitting and writing the examination in one room. And that way there will be no question of crowding, no question of gathering. It will be very much possible to observe all kind of social distancing norms. Only you have to ensure that personally you are abiding by all the standard operating procedures and guidelines pertaining to the COVID-19, like wearing masks, keeping distance, hand sanitation, and these kind of things, and not really becoming part of any crowd. So from 21st we are going to have the pre-board examinations, and I wish good luck to all of you. One thing here to be underlined is all these things that we are doing, do not feel any compulsion from our side, because that's what is government policy, that's what we are doing. It's not a compulsion, but yes, we are trying to facilitate so that wherever there are requirements, and we understand that the students always feel that they need to talk to the teachers, they need to have interaction with teachers, they need to have discussion with teachers. We are trying to provide opportunity with all kind of preparations. Now, unless you know what are our preparations, you may not be in position to really take a decision whether it's safe enough to send the children in such pandemic situation. My dear parents, here is a brief of what we are doing as part of preparation from the school side. We have started doing sanitization of every room on daily basis. We have started doing sanitization of the washrooms thrice a day minimum in presence of the students, and after that also and before that also. We have made sufficient arrangement for availability of hand sanitizers at all the places, including each classroom. We have made arrangements for the thermal scanning of the people who are coming in and being there, and we have made enough arrangement, adequate arrangement for the hand wash liquids. We will be having the classes that we are going to have offline classes, duration of 1 hour, 50 minutes of which will be utilized effectively by academic activities, that will be teaching, that will be discussion, and 10 minutes of that will be utilized by compulsory hand sanitation being done in presence of the teacher by each one of the people available in the classroom. So these three things we have ensured. Now, when you send your children or children, when you come to the school, you need to make sure that you are with your mask, face mask on all the time, with nothing to show that others that when people are there you put on, otherwise you put down. No, is there for you to save yourself. So mask should be on all the time. Although we are making arrangements for hand sanitizers, but still I advise all the children, in fact it is advised to everybody, to always have one small sanitizer bottle kept in the pocket for our security. Whenever we touch any surface, we have to do it. So these are the arrangements that we are making, and that is what is expected of you. I will expect parents to also ensure that they provide nutritious refreshments to the children to be used in between, because 5 hours time is adequately long time to have some in between refreshment, in between eating. So they must not bring the kind of things which are not very safe, but to bring the things from home, to bring the things also like fruits, orange, vitamin C things. So you have to make arrangements for that, and accordingly kindly take special care of these children, because my 10th and 12th class children are very, very precious. The time is very precious for them. After some time they are going to be taking up the examinations. Those examinations are their life making, career making examinations. So they need to be very, very careful as well, and we are also very careful for them. While they are entering in the class, there are people in the corridors, in the gate. When they enter the institute campus, from there on, from the vicinity of the school building, they will be observing the social distancing as per direction given, because there will be marks, circles marked on both sides of the roads. They have only to walk in that, in between that, nobody will be walking, nobody will be placing in case of waiting. So minimum distance of 2 gaj one has to maintain, 6 feet around one has to maintain, and then also maintain that we do not mix up with the people unnecessarily in terms of physical terms. Of course, we are here to mix up socially, emotionally. So I will not say social distancing here, but physical distancing, yes, very much yes. We are going to have all the time teachers being with you, although you do not require, but they are going to be there all the time with you. Enter fully prepared, mentally as well as hygienically, and go fully prepared to go out the school and reach home in a safe manner. Kindly have nice time in terms of being safe time. And let's see that we make this entire exercise productive, because after all these things we are doing, all these kind of arrangements are being made for you. So I'll expect parents to respond to it positively, to assess our preparations, to assess the requirements and the needs of children in terms of academics, and to take a decision. From my side, no compulsion, but I'll be welcoming the students, the charming faces of students, because that's the lifeline for me. Have a very nice time. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you. Namaskar.